Hello guys, this is Sri. This video I am going to show the uh, demo about the MySQL binary logs. Okay, so in this topic we are going to cover what is binary log and how to enable disable binary log, how to change the directory for binary log, how to purge the binary log, then we are going to see the binary log structures, and finally I am also going to explain about the different binary log formats. Okay, so I think the video will be quite big, but I think this will be very helpful to understand the basic things about the binary log. Okay, so the first thing is, what is binary log? So binary log, it will have all the changes. What are the changes you are doing in the database, structure wise or data wise, what are the changes you are doing in your database? Those changes will be logged in the binary log. Those changes will be captured in the binary log. That is the purpose of the binary log. Okay, so if you ask me, I would say there are two big use cases. I mean, two big advantages with the binary log. So one is the point in time recovery, and the next one is the replication. Okay, so at MySQL the replication is happening with the binary log only, and point in time recovery, in some cases your application team did some deletes or whatever, they did remove some data from the database and you don't have the backup for it, then you can recover that thing with the binary log. Later in the coming sessions I will explain how to do the point in time recovery using the binary logs. Okay, let's go to the experimental part. So I have the server and I install the MySQL there, and I'm having the MySQL 5.7.35 version. Okay, so the first thing is the variable, how to enable disable the binlog. Okay, so here the variable is log bin. So if you see, the log bin is enabled. Okay, this one, it is enabled. So for you need to know, to enable or disable the binary log, you need to restart your MySQL server. Okay, you cannot do that online. So if you want to enable or disable, then you need to restart your MySQL server from MySQL 5.7 and before MySQL 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, 5.6, 5.7. Binlogs are not enabled by default. Okay, but from MySQL 8, it enabled by default. Okay, so currently I am using the MySQL 5.7 release, so we should manually enable the binlog, but I already enabled there. You can see here from etc configuration file, you can see here I enable log bin equal to binary log. Okay, so here the binlog is binlog name. So binary logs, it will display all the available binary log. Okay, so that binlog will be the prefix and the suffix will be the numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. The next binlog will be the 17. Okay, then how now I enable the binlog. So let me show you how to disable the binlog. Okay, so here I just hiding this log bin from the configuration file. Then I need to restart the MySQL server. So I'm just checking the status. It is running. I'm just restarting. Yeah, it restarted. Now if I check, it will tell me that you are not using the binary login because we hidden that login variable from the my.cnf. Okay, you can also verify in this way. Okay, it is 0. So to enable, again, I need to removing that hidden. I am just restarting the MySQL service. I'm just checking the binlog is enabled right now. Okay, so this is the way to enable and disable the binlog. Okay, so this is for 5.7. You need to remove the, you need to remove and add the login variable in the my.cnf file. This is applicable for the 5.5 and 5.6 and 5.7, all the versions. But from MySQL 8, you need, if you want to disable, by default, the binlog will be enabled. Okay, you don't need to manually enable the binlog. It will be enabled by default. If you want to disable the binary log, then you need to use the variable skip login in your my.cnf. Okay, in my.cnf, then restart the MySQL service. Okay, so this is how to enable and disable the binlog. The next step is how to change the directory for binlog. Okay, so by default, if you just give the binlog name, then by default the binlogs will be stored in the data directory. See, currently we did not provide any name in the configuration file. We just given the log bin equal to binlog. That's it. We did not provided any directory, right? So in this case, your binlog will be stored in your data directory. Okay, in your MySQL data directory. So the MySQL data directory is varlib MySQL. So here, if you go there, here you physically you can see the binlogs, all the binlogs here. Okay, so these are the binlogs available from 8 to 70, right? So from 8 to 70. So this is your MySQL data directory is your by default. Okay. So in some cases, I want to move the binary logs to the different directory, like eh, you have the different disk partition and your data directory is getting filled. In some cases, if you want to move your binlogs to the different directory, then let me show you how to do that. So I'm just creating one directory here. MySQL Binlog. Okay, I'm just creating one directory. Then MySQL Binlog. I'm just updating the permission for the MySQL, the new directory. I'm just checking that it is having the MySQL permission. Okay, ownership. Now I need to add this in the CNF file. etc MySQL -cnf. Here I need to add, yeah. So before the binlog, I'm just updating the directory //lid/ MySQL _ binlog. Okay. So before you need to add this, you need to manually create the directory and you need to manually update the ownership, MySQL ownership. Okay. Now I just saved and I'm restarting the MySQL service. It's happening. Status, it is restarted. Okay. So here, let's see. Yeah. So the binlogs are getting created from the new folder under the /var/lib/MySQL_Binlog. Okay, so here you need to take care of one thing. Currently, I just changed the directory and I restarted. It is creating the binlogs from one, right? One. So you already have some old binlogs as well, right? Under the var lib MySQL. You have some old binlogs as well. So if you want those binlogs in the new directory, then you need to manually move those binlogs, and you also need to move the index file in that new directory. Then you need to restart the MySQL. Okay, you need to update the permission, then you need to restart the MySQL. So what is the index file here? Binlog index. So this is the index file. It will contains all the available binlogs. Okay, so what are the binlogs currently available? It will contains all the name of the binlogs. Okay. The next thing is how to patch the binary logs, right? So here, let me in that old directory we have more binlogs, right? So it would be helpful to make sure, I mean, we have many binlogs, so it would be easy to explain how to patch the binlogs. So I'm just changing the binlog directory to the old one. Okay, I mean that same data directory. Okay. Okay. So now we have this much of binlog. See, so to how to purge the, I mean, how to delete the binlogs. That is the next topic. You can do. We have the dedicated command purge binlogs. Okay. You can here you can do with two ways. One is you can mention the binlog like if you want to remove the binlog until the 12, then you need to mention like purge binlogs to this file, up to this file. Okay, then it will remove all these files 11, 10, 9, 8, and also you can also purge the binlogs based on the time. I mean, if you want to remove the binlogs before this time, then you can also do that. Okay, let me show you how to do that. The first scenario, I need to remove 8 and 9, these two. I'm going to remove these two binlogs. So purge binary logs to this. Okay, so I remove this purge binary logs too. Now let me show the show binlogs. Now 8 and 9 both binlogs are removed, right? So currently we have the binlogs from 10. So this is the one way you can remove the binlogs. Now again, see, so this binlog is created September 8, 8, 10, 11. Okay, so let's see. I need to remove all the binlogs before September 11. Okay, so this is the requirement. So I need to remove these three binlogs, right? So how we can do that? So here so you have the command. You can use the same purge binary logs. Purge binary logs before 202109. So I need to remove all the binlogs before 11, right? So 11 0 0 0. Okay. So I just given like this. Now I am saying I have the binlogs from 13. Okay, so 13 means from here we have. So we removed all the blocks before 2021, 09, and 11. So these are the three blocks, 10, 11, 12. So they are removed. Okay, in physically also you can check. They are removed. Okay, so in So this is the proper way to remove the binlog. You should use the purge binlogs command only. Okay. In some cases, like your data partition is full with the binlogs. uh, okay. If you need to remove some binlogs to recover some disk space and get your MySQL operational, then uh, you are not, you cannot log in with the MySQL. In this case, you need to manually remove some binlogs, right? I mean, using the rm command, rm-f some binlog name. Okay. For example, if I am removing this, binlog, then what will happen? uh, you remove the binlogs from this manually. Okay. You currently you don't have the 13, but if you check the binlog index file, the binlog entry is still there, right? But you manually remove this binlog 13, but your binlog entry is still there in the index file, right? So it will create a problem. So in some situation, yeah, you should need to remove the binlogs manually. In this case, you just make sure that you are also updating the binlog index file. Let's say if you are removing this 13, 14, and 13, 14, and 15, these three binlogs you are removing manually using Linux rm command, then you need to update this binlog index file as well. You need to manually remove these three entries from the binlog index file as well. Otherwise, it will create the problem. Just make sure, if you are actually, this is not the proper way, but in some cases, in some critical cases, if you are removing them manually, then you don't forget, you should also update the binlog.index file as well. Okay. The next thing is, you have two things manually. I mean, you have two variables like show global. Okay. So you have two variables. One is expiry logs days, and you have another variable as well, that is introduced in the MySQL 8 only. Okay. So expiry logs days means, here you can mention 2, 1, or 3, whatever. If you mention 3 here, expiry log days equal to 3, then all the bin logs older than the 3 days, they will be automatically removed. Okay. You don't need to manually remove them. It will be automatically removed. And from MySQL 8, you have the another variable. Okay. From MySQL 5.5, 6, 7, you can only remove the binlogs based on the days, right? But if you are using the MySQL 8, then you have the another variable, that is binlog expire log seconds. Okay. You can also remove the binlogs based on the seconds instead of days. Okay. That is another variable you can use if you are using the MySQL 8. Okay. Yeah. Then the binary log structure. Let me show some example. So the first thing is, binlog is not a text file. You cannot manually view the binlogs using the Linux commands like ls, cat, nano, whatever. You cannot view the binlogs using the Linux commands. Okay. So you have the mm, binlogs are the binary format. Cannot view using the Linux commands. Okay. So you have the dedicated tool to view the binlogs. Okay. MySQL tool, MySQL Binlog. If you want to view the contents in the binlog, then you should use the tool MySQL Binlog. Okay. Now let me show you some examples. um okay, I don't have any table. Let me create one table quickly. Create table test bin id primary key auto in element name varchar 50. Okay, so I created one table and let me insert some value. Insert into table name values 1 comma x. Okay. Okay. So I did some modification now, right? I mean, in structured data, in the data wise and the schema structure wise, I did some modification because I created one table and I made a insert. I insert some records, okay, in the table. So I did some changes in the database. Now let's see. Show binary logs. So this is the recent binary logs. This is I mean the binlog 18, that is a recent one. Now let me show you this two statements, how they are logged in the uh, binlog. Okay, so under the valid, okay, so this is the one. MySQL, if I am using the less command, see, it will not display the correct thing. This is the binary format, right? So it will not display properly. Okay, so for this you need to use MySQL Binlog command, MySQL Binlog, and you have the option base 64 output equal to decode rows. This is mostly for the row format. It will decode the rows. Okay, and you can also use the verbose. I'm 1, 2, 3. What verbose you can use? I am using 2. Okay, now I am giving this binlog name. I'm just giving less. Okay, see. So these are the contents, actual contents in the binlog. This is the binlog structure. Okay. So here, let me tell you something. So this is my server ID. Your binlog will have the server ID from which server the binlogs have, and this is the time at which time, and this is the date. Date means 2021. So first two numbers is 21 and 09 is the month and 11 is the date. Okay. So date and time and your server ID, it will be available in the binlog. Okay. And if you come to the, this is the binlog position. Okay. This is the position, very important. So this binlog, mostly the binlogs, every binlogs are starting from the position 4. Okay. At 4. Then if you come to this, the first, this position is ending at 1, 2, 3. So if you come to 1, 2, 3 here, so before 1, 2, 3, so this are a event, single event. Okay, so from 1 to 3, here is the another version is starting. Another event is starting, and here the event is 154. If you come to 154, then this is one event. Okay, so between the two position, you can call it as a event. Okay, one event. Now we did one create statement and we did one insert, right? Let's see. Where is the create? Let me find the create. Yeah, here it is. So we did one create, right? So if you see, here is the create statement. So create table name, that same thing, whatever we did, it is here. Okay. So here from this create statement, event is ending at 365. It is starting from 219. Okay, so this is one event. The start position of the event is 219, and actually going forward I will explain more about this when we are going to the to learn about the MySQL Binlog tool and the replication time. I will explain this better, but just I am trying to tell the structure right now. Okay, so this creatable is inside this. I mean this position, between this position 219 and 365. And if you come to the insert, the next one is insert, right? So here you can see the insert into the table name, and we had the two columns, right? ID and the name. So this is the row based replication, sorry, this is the row based logging. Binlog format is row. So here you can see the ID. This is the first column. At the rate one is the first column, it is a ID, and the other rate two is the second column, it is the name column. Okay, the events will be logged like this in the row based replication. Okay, and this event is starting at 554 and it is ending at the 598. 598 is here. So this 554 and this 598 is a single event. Okay. Okay, cool. So this is the basic information about the Binlog structure, how to view and what it contains actually. Okay. Now let me explain different format. Binlog format. You have the variable Binlog format, that is a variable, and under this you have row, and you have statement, and you have mixed. Okay, it is mixed. Okay, so now let me explain how this is actually, what is the difference, and how it is. Let me show the demo about that. Okay. um, so you have the variable Binlog format, you can adjust. So currently it is row. um, okay, what I am going to do, show when logs. Yeah, I'm doing flush logs. So flush log means it will create the new bin log. So here the in file name is 18. So after I given the flush log, it created the new bin log. It is 90. Okay. So here, so currently the row state bin log statement is row, right? So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to do one insert and one update. Okay. Insert into table name only. Now I am going to perform XXX. So see, you need to remember that currently we are having the binlog format row. We created the new binlog. It is 19. Uh, so after giving the flush log, it will automatically create the new binlog. Okay. Now I am going to perform one insert. I performed one insert. Now I am going to do update table name, set name equal to string. This is one update I did. And the second update is I'm going to do set name equal to UUID, where ID, it's fine. I'm just giving set name equal to U. Okay. I just given update set name equal to UUID. Okay. Now let me see the table. Okay. So this is the current data. So what we did one insert and we did one update and we did another update with the row based logging. Now let's decode the bin log. The new bin log is 19, right? Yeah, it is 19. Now let me decode the bin log. 19. If you see, so firstly we did insert, right? The insert is logged like this. Here, let me make a note for row. This is for the insert. And then we did two updates. Yeah, these are the two updates. This is the another update. So this is for the row based. Okay. Next one is statement. For the statement also, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just changing the binlog format now. Binlog format equal to statement. Okay. I'm just reloading the session. Now select attach binlog format. It is statement. So now I am going to do the same thing here as well. So these are the available data. I am performing the insert. Test statement like test bin. Okay, I just created the new table and I am doing the insert here. Yes, test state value 1. String UUID of. Okay, so here I just changed the binlog format to the statement, and for the I don't want to continue with the old table because then I already had two records, so it may be confuse you. So what I did, I just created a new table, test underscore state. There I did one insert and two updates. Okay, now let's see how this is logged in the binlog. The same binlog 19. If you go down, see, so we did the create statement for the table. Just ignore that. Here is the insert. Okay, with the statement based. We have the insert. Okay, and then we did two update, right? This is the first update. And this is the second update. This is the second update. Right? Okay, so this is the way of logging the statement. Now let me explain how it is happening in the mixed. So the same thing, I am creating the new table, mix. I am doing insert on the mix, and I am doing the same update, mix, and another update, mix. Okay, the same thing only. I created a new table test underscore mix, and I inserted one data, and I updated, and I did the second update. Binlog is same only. Now let's see. Oops, sorry, actually I forgot to update the binlog format. Yeah, sorry. Let me update it quickly. Set local binlog format equal to mixed. Okay, I just reloaded the session. Yeah, I'm just creating the mix one. created one table, mix one. I'm doing one insert and update and the second update. Okay, so actually I forgot to change the Binlog format. We did the same statement only, so just ignore that. So currently I updated the Binlog format to mixed, and I created a new table text underscore mix one, and I did insert and I made two updates. Now let's see the how it is logging. Okay, so this is the first thing for the mix one. You can see it happens insert. So the next update is, yeah, this is also the statement. And if you see the third update, it is different. Like it happens based on the row log. Okay, so now let me explain actually what is happened. So first we did for all this we did update and the insert, right? For the row based replication, all the events are happened with the row events. All are row events only. So for the insert we did first insert and set that is a first column at the rate one is a first column ID and the name. You have the row events. There is no direct SQL statements. Okay, these are the row events. And for the update also, you can see these are the row events for the first update, and this is the row events for the second update. So for the table, you have the two records. So for each update, you have two row events. So just ignore that. So for both updates, you have the row events. You don't have the actual SQL statements. Instead of you have the events only. Okay, this is the row based format. But if you come to statement, here for the first insert, you have the direct SQL statement, and for the both updates, you have the direct update statements. Okay, so this is the statement-based logging. You whatever the SQL statements you did, that same SQL statements will be logged in the binlog also. Okay, but if you come to mixed, the first insert it is the direct statement, and the first update it is the direct statement. But if you go to the third update, I mean the second update, then it is logged with the row based, like row based. Okay, so what it is telling, the state, if you set the binlog format equal to mixed, then it will log the statements only, like the statement based logging. It will write the direct SQL statements in the binlog. Okay, but if you have any non-deterministic function in your statement, I mean in your SQL, if you have any functions like non-deterministic functions, then it will log the row based format. For example, if you are having the replication, just consider you have the replication. Okay, so replication will be happen from the binlog. Whatever statements is there in the binlog, it will be executed in the slave as well. Here, if you are running with the statement based replication, the same statement will be executed in your slave as well. Your master and the slave have the different UUIDs, right? So it will create the data inconsistency, right? In your master and slave, you will have the data inconsistency. But if you are using the mixed, so mixed, if you are using mixed, it will sense the non-deterministic functions. Okay, this UUID, I mean the SQL have the UUID. If you send this same statement into your slave, then it will create the data inconsistency problem, right? So to avoid that, it will log the row based. Like if you the UAD is same here. Here you have the UAD only. So whatever this is the master UAD. So whatever UAD you have in the master, it will be replicated to your slave as well. Okay, so just keep remember, I will explain this very clearly in the replication topic, but right now just remember. So if you are using the row-based replication, all the statements will be logged in the row events only. Okay, these are the row events. You will not see any direct SQL statements. But if you are using the statement-based replication, all your statements, whatever you are directly executing, that those statements will be logged in the binlog as well. But if you are using the mixed, it will be act same like a statement. It will log all the SQLs directly in the binlog. But if you were I mean, if you have any non-deterministic functions in your SQL, then it will be logged as a row-based events like this. Okay, so this is quite big topic. I just try to cover this short video actually. Maybe if you have any questions, you can uh, given in the comment section. Whenever I have time, I'll take a look at it. Okay, so hopefully this will be helpful for the beginners. If you like, if video is useful for you, just like and subscribe my channel. Okay, let's see you in the next video. Bye.